Welcome back, guys. So at the request of several of you, before I completely retire this test, we're going to try several more things to revive the products on this hood. This hood has continued to sit outside, so it has aged even further, now at the 1.5 year mark, filmed here on the 28th of July, 2022. Requested was a second wash with CARPRO Reset, also a wash with CARPRO Descale, and finally an acid wash with an aluminum brightener. So let's sit back, jump into it. This will probably be a little longer than my usual 3 to 5 minute updates that you guys love, so just a forewarning. Okay, so CARPRO Descale says you can dilute it 1/100 for bucket washing or 1:10 for the foam sprayer. Light or heavy contamination. Light, you let it dwell. Heavy, you wash it. So I'm going to mix it 1:10 in my foam cannon, and then we'll proceed to wash it. First, we're using the same CARPRO Reset batch that I mixed up earlier for this hood. So this is properly diluted CARPRO Reset in a foam cannon. Gonna foam it, wash it, rinse it. Pretty typical of the washing process. Has anything come back from just another wash with CARPRO Reset? Fuso, maybe. It was kind of that way, maybe a little bit of improvement. That's the PTFE version of it. CQuartz Light, just a little bit. Maybe SIC, but CQuartz UK 3.0 and Nano Age. Nano Age still hadn't failed at the end, so it's brought it back maybe just a little. Gloss it, maybe not. Avalon King, some of the others. I don't see anything that's changed there. Next up, we're going to use our mixture with CARPRO Descale 1:10 in the foam cannon. After just letting it dwell there for a couple minutes and rinsing it off, I do see some differences. Look at this. Owner's Pride. Maybe just a little bit. Tech 580. Kenzo Graphene and Gloss It. Yeah, Gloss It definitely helped that. Turtle Wax Seal and Shine even. Look at that. So if this isn't an argument for the reason why I always use the same wash soap, I don't know what is. KB Diamond Plus, look at that. That's Ceramic Pro Sport. Kuba Bond, Choose Nano, all the same. 1 year, 4 months, well, no, it brought it back a little bit. BCC Ceramic Coating, maybe just a little bit. CQuartz Light looks better. Fuso looks better. CQuartz SIC. Spray the foam out of the way so the reflection's clearer for you. Yeah, CQuartz Light definitely brought it back along with some of the neighboring products there. And remember, this is just spraying it on and letting it dwell. Haven't even washed it with it yet. Avalon King. Yeah, so I mentioned about the reason why I always use the same exact wash soap, Chemical Guys Honeydew Snow Foam, when I do these updates, and that is because that is a variable that can be controlled. You can see if you were to use CARPRO Reset or something else, every time you're going to get a different result. So I'm glad to see that some of them did come back. We're going to go ahead now and do the same process with CARPRO Descale, but we're going to actually wash it this time with our Australian sheep's wool wash mitt. Gloss It definitely looks like it's probably the most improved with doing this process. The others, about the same. They're not, Nano Age is still much more hydrophobic along with CQuartz UK 3.0, not quite as much, but still the CQuartz products definitely, or the CARPRO products definitely seem to respond better to this product, which makes sense because it's a CARPRO product. It's reviving their coatings pretty nicely. BCC, Diamond Plus, which that's still baffling. That's a spray. Rated at 6 months. Here we are, a year and a half. I mean, just amazing. You see any others that are catching your eye? CQuartz Light, Nano Age, Fuso. So for the most part, the ones that were at the end of the life of the test that were still hanging in there, it's just bringing those back just a little bit. So, and finally, we have a product called DuraGloss, and it says, wet the surface, spray it on, don't let it dry, rinse it. You can dilute it, but we're just going to use it as it comes in the bottle, made by Brothers Research Corp. So the hood is still wet from the previous rinse. Going to spray it on, let it dwell for just a little bit, and then we'll rinse it off. And just for good measure, we'll spray it a second time, let it dwell a second time, and of course rinse it a second time, just to make sure we have thorough coverage of everything, and this product will see if we improve everything. Did it change everything? So ETHOS Graphene is actually CARPRO CQuartz UK 3.0 topped with SiC. So again, another CARPRO product that it's reviving, coming back, but you get a little bit with Owner's Pride and Tech 580 as well. Not much, but it is a little bit of improvement, in my opinion. Tech 580 and Owner's Pride are pretty much the same product there. One's $300, one's $20, but we've found that it's pretty much the same product. IGL Kinzo Graphene, a little bit, and Glossit definitely responded well to all of these that we've just subjected them to. Nothing else. Maybe Turtle Wax, Flex Wax a little bit. So now KB Diamond Plus, it looks like that actually hurt it. It's not like it was prior. So don't use aluminum brightener on your on your paint. BCC, yeah, a little bit. It's brought it back. That's to the point where I wouldn't have called it failed. Fuso, still about the same. CQuartz Light, looking good. CQuartz UK 3.0. Yeah, I think the CARPRO products and Glossit, those seem to respond the best to these. Adam's Graphene down there in the corner, looks like it brought it back too. Look at that. Nano Age, Region, yeah. HK Tianmei, maybe just a little bit. But I think Nano Age and CQuartz Light, CQuartz UK 3.0, and probably Glossit are some of the standouts for me in this test. And one more time, just for good measure, we're going to hit it again with CARPRO Descale and just let it dwell for a few minutes. Rinse it off, check it one final time. ETHOS Graphene, which is actually on that square, CARPRO CQuartz UK 3.0 topped with SiC, and it did respond. As you can see, it looks like the best results are just CARPRO Descale and letting it dwell compared to the other options that we've done here. Owner's Pride, Tech 580, just a little bit. I would still leave those as failed. Tech 580 is questionable, but IGL Kinzo Graphene, Glossit definitely responded well. Kinzo Graphene, just a little bit. Maybe to the point where we would call that weak now instead of failed, but Glossit, I think, is probably the award for most improved with this method. KB Diamond Plus, it was kind of back and forth with our update here, but it looks like now it's back to being failed. So I don't know what is going on with that. But the very first time that we hit it with CARPRO descale only, just letting it dwell, it did improve. BCC, it came back. CQuartz Lite, definitely. I mean, CQuartz Lite was never failed. It was just very weak towards the end. Region, Nano Age, CQuartz UK 3.0. Yeah, CARPRO products responded well. Addendum's Graphene, it responded well. So yeah, some of these you can bring back a little bit. You can see that the ones that did come back that were marked failed, it was right at the very end. So the rest of them, they're definitely failed. So there's your update, guys. Now you see my reasoning behind why I always use the same soap when I do these updates. Some of them can be brought back from contamination, some can't. So again, guys, I appreciate the suggestions and the comments and everything. That's why I read all of these. These videos are for you guys. So there you go. I hope that gives you a little insight into what of these products can be brought back from the dead and what can't. So thanks again for watching, guys, and we will see you soon.